up there? Who is that? And where are we? Hey, everybody. Oh, it looks like there's some people here. We are in my parents' basement. We're in my parents' basement tonight. I'm starting a little early. We are back. We are, I see our good friend Jane Dietz is here. Look at that picture of Jenna. Oh my stars. How cute is that? I have to tell you something. Let me see if I can find it. Our friend, let's see if I can find it. Hello, where is it? Our friend Karen, who runs our Cozy Cruise, sent me a photo the other day, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe what I found." So now I have to find it in order for. Oh, so you can buy this for your cat or your dog, I guess. But oh my gosh, can you imagine me getting this for Rowena? I mean, I just want to buy it just because, who does it look like? But anyways, because of our friend Jane, she always said that she could never find our reader question. So I'm like, okay, well, I will host reader question and try to do it at night because I think it's a lot easier. And so to schedule it. So all because of our friend Jane, we're scheduling it. Unfortunately, I was worried whether or not I should cancel it tonight because of the hurricane. And I thought, well, I have a friend that lives in Key West, and she sent me a picture, and she said, no, you should do it. Some people here have power. And they did not get hit really hard, she said. So she said they were doing fine. She sent a video of some rain, a little bit of rain and some wind. But I do know that she said that it turned. And so a lot of people are like having below where it was going, are getting hit really, really hard. So I went ahead and decided to have the stream tonight. And so I wanted us all to pray for our friends that are in Florida and going through this. And so please know that we are all praying for you and thinking of you. As a matter of fact, I just had the news on a while ago to watch the news, so to see what the governor there was saying, because he was doing a thing. So anyways, I'm in my parents' basement and we're here visiting. There's nothing wrong. I try to come visit a couple of times a month and stay a couple nights, and since Eddie now works from home with me, we can do that. But you can bet your bottom dollar I've got my lipstick handy. So this lipstick is Kylie Jenner lipstick, and they're called lip kits, and I just love the color. As you can see, I have worn the name off of it, so I don't know the color of this one, but I got my lipstick on for Mama. So anyways, let's say hi to some people. Hey, Nan, how are you? Hi, Stacy. Hello, hello. Hello, Charlene. How are you? Look at that happy picture. Hi, Heidi. How are you? Hello, Kitty. How you doing down there? Hey, Kristen. What's up? Look at your firefighter or your, they're not, it's a Captain America. Woo, woo, wah. So, what are we going as for Halloween? Everybody was saying hey to Rowena. Rowena totally needs it, Kathleen. How are ya, Kitty? How cute a Dottie cat. Isn't that so funny? Oh, Jane says you're welcome, y'all. Hey, y'all. Jane did good. Yes, she did. So if you are on here and, you know what? I forgot to get a book. I was going to get a book. Oh, hey, Lillian. How are you? Oh, no. Lots of snuggles, lots of soup, lots of couch time, and lots of, I don't know if you can read. When I had that, I could not read. I could not function. Oh my gosh, Lily Ann. I am so sorry. I hope you feel well. Um, I'm drinking electrolyte water. That helped me, electrolyte water, which this was Kroger electrolyte water if you got a Kroger, but then I put extra electrolytes in it. Um, and I know it should be in a pretty water bottle, guys. I cannot find a good cold water bottle. Like, I want something super cute, and I can't find anything that I like. If you guys know something, throw it down in the chat, and I'll pick one up for myself. But I love cold ice water. So I don't know, Lillian, what your symptoms are, but the first time I had it, I had like all the symptoms. The second time I had it, I didn't have all the symptoms, but Eddie got the terrible sore throat. So I'd be curious to see if that is something that you might have. Mm. Heidi is from Wooster, Ohio. Heidi, is that where the school is? A friend of mine back in the 80s when we were in college went to Wooster, and he'd say, "Home of the rooster." Yeah. So many Fosters. Yes, how cute. Let's see. Hey, Peggy. I heard on TV once, when you're gonna ugly up, dang woman looking foul. When you're gonna ugly up. I do ugly up. I have started getting, my 50s, these lines down here. And I'm not a smoker. I've never been a smoker. I'm starting to get these lines. I don't know what it is. Oh, well. But you know what? We are, I'm part Native American, and I have to say that I get my skin from my mama. She's always looked young. So I guess that's it. Plus, I got some new makeup. Well, I'm not new makeup, mascara. So maybe that's making my lashes look longer. I don't know. Let's see. Enjoy this and recovering from COVID. You had it too, Kitty? Oh my gosh. Here comes Eddie. Here comes Eddie. Look what he's bringing, everybody. Say hi. Uh-oh, he spilled it. Say hi to everybody. Oh, just to get there. We're in the basement, of course. I know my mom hollered down, "Do you want a cup of coffee?" And I'm like, yeah, what kind of question is that? So yeah, we're in their basement and we're just hanging out. Dad's upstairs on his computer doing some bills. And in our basement, she put down some of her old furniture. So we are here doing that. And so tonight, I just wanted to re-kick things off instead of doing it during the day. So, hey, Elizabeth, how are you tonight? Let's see. We'll be soon, Lillian. Yeah. Hoping she's well soon. Hello, Michelle. Michelle and I and a bunch of other ladies on here have a lot of fun on our Patreon group. We are live on Patreon once a month, but we're getting ready to start going twice a month on Patreon Live. You're more than welcome to join us. We are actually gearing up for our annual Halloween party. We actually all get on a Zoom call, and you don't have to be on Zoom. But we do get on Zoom and we can be dressed up. We also play games, and you can do, we were going to do a pumpkin contest, but one of our people is like really into it. So I'm like, oh my gosh, she would like bring it. So we aren't doing the pumpkin contest this year, but we are having a lot of fun. We're going to do a lot of fun games. And then also they're sending me recipes because in November, we have Friendsgiving. And what that is we all, again, get back on Zoom and we all cook something or bake something for our Friendsgiving. And it might be a turkey. I might cook a turkey, so I'm going to eat my turkey. Or it might be a piece of pumpkin pie or some chess pie or, bourbon pie. It might be some kind of pie. And I'll be eating it on camera. But we're compiling. Everybody's sending me their recipes. We're all going to have our food. And we call it Friendsgiving. And then we're going to compile those recipes into a little cookbook. And then in December, we are having our sock exchange on the Patreon group. And I know it's a little testy. People are always like, why aren't we doing the sock exchange in the Cozy Crew anymore? So we aren't doing the Cozy Crew. We are doing the Christmas cards, because when we were in the Cozy Crew doing the sock exchange, some people decided at the last minute they weren't going to do the sock exchange, and that left some people, or people were messaging me saying, I didn't get my sock, or I haven't heard from my sock buddy, did they get my socks? And people went missing. And so not everybody participated. So Patreon is our little group online. And there's tiers from $1 a month up to $25 a month, and there's different perks with each tier. So I feel like if people pay for the Patreon, then they'll participate. And another thing is like, you're like, oh, you're looking for money. No, actually, we give back the money at Patreon towards a charity. So our friend Michelle, one of her charities was an animal rescue in California. I think it was a cat rescue. So we donated and sponsored that for a month. So that was a lot of fun. So you're more than welcome to join us. And we have the College of Wooster, home of the rooster. Oh, Elizabeth, no, can't spill the coffee. I know, can you spill it? And then he gives me a mug that has an L on it. I bought this for my mom. Because her name is Linda. So we went on a weekend spa retreat and with my sister and my mom, and I bought them. I always bring gifts. So I brought them all a mug with their initial on it. Hey, Meg, how are you? This is our beautiful friend, Meg. If you are in our Cozy Crew, which is, look at my teeth. That's a hole. I don't have food between my teeth. I'm like a squirrel. Anyways, this is our friend, Meg. And Meg is also, she comes up with all of our questions for book club. So if you're in the Cozy Crew and you do book club, it's our beautiful Meg and our beautiful Karen who runs it. And Meg comes up with all the questions, and she's so smart. And Meg, I feel like I got something in my teeth that I don't. Meg also lives in Kentucky. Did you know that yesterday was Kentucky Day, Meg? Officially Kentucky Day. Michelle says, my hair looks pretty. Oh, my stars. I wish my mama was down here hearing that. Let me tell y'all. So y'all know I was growing my bangs. Well, I didn't decide, but my hairdresser said, oh, why don't you part down the middle? And I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't really care. So she parted down the middle. So I just started wearing it down the middle. And so then I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to wear it to the side. My mom says, thank God, because you look awful with your hair parted down the middle, even with lipstick on. She said that. I couldn't believe it. Anyways, hello. She just got home time for work. Oh, how are you? I always call her Auntie. I know that's probably not how you say it. That's how we say it in Kentucky. Hey, Sandra, welcome. Coffee time. I'll be glad when it tastes good again. Praying for Lillian. Yes, Kitty. Coffee just does not taste good when you got the COVID. So we are definitely praying for her and hoping her and her husband are a speedy recovery. Elizabeth says she's doing well. Jane says she has to hop on Patreon. I know you're on Patreon. You pay for it. Come on over. But really, Nine Lives Foundation is who we go to. But a lot of people are members of Patreon because they like the donation to the charity. And I have another great reader friend, Kia, who I'm like, you're never on Patreon, but you pay for it. And she's like, I just like the fact that you donate the money. So that's what we love. Hi, Meg or Bestie. Hi, I just got 2 metal roosters still looking for names. A Wooster could be the metal rooster. Your mama is just like mine was. I hear you, Charlene. Hey, Lauren, how are you? Lauren is on the Patreon. Oh, you're welcome, Lillian. You are so welcome. Rita says, I miss these. I love your accent. Thank you, Rita, for coming. We're trying to get them more in the night. We're going to do them at night now. I think 6 o'clock is a really good time to do these because it's Eastern time, my time, Central time is 5, and then it's what, 3 in Pacific. But we'll always have the replay if you miss it. Anyways, we are here to answer a reader question, and then I got some really cool things. So every week we're going to kind of have some little things. So I thought, oh, let's answer a reader question. And then I'm going to tell you guys what I'm reading, which I rarely do, and something that I'm truly loving right now and are really cute. That Rowena, now look at her. Now she's on top of the Rowena. Hi. Hi. She is something else. So if you've missed it, we are in my parents' basement. And I'm here visiting. No one is sick, thank God. Different from a year ago, right? So anyways, I'm going to answer a reader question. I do not ever, I'm looking at my Google Doc, and I will actually put the link below because we are needing some. We're almost low on our reader question. So I'm going to paste the reader question form right there. And if you have a reader question, fill out the form. I would love to answer it. Also, I asked everybody if you know of a good, like water bottle that keeps things cold, or just a water bottle with a straw or something that you love. Drop in the comments. Let me know because I'm looking for a good like water bottle kind of thing. So, all right. So let's see. There's the thing. And then we're going to go right here. Okay. Patricia Marone. Our question is from Patricia Marone. And she says, now that your house is finished, are you going to stop writing in the Shamper? Oh gosh, that's a great question. Actually, that's a really, really good question. Interestingly enough, I don't know if you've ever read the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, or you know anything about habits, but I am such a habit girl. You guys know that I love my planner. You know that I'm always writing in the morning. I stay on schedule. So anyways, what happens is that your mind, like for some reason, like when you sit down at the same place every day, or like if you go to work and you go to your office and you sit down, you automatically get into that work mode, and it just seems like it's, a habit. So what happened is that every time I go into the Shamper, it's like, okay, it's work time, it's go time. And so what happened was that even when Eddie and I now we travel in the camper at least once a month, we both use it as our office when we're traveling, and it still just works so great for me. Like I can just sit at that little table and I'm like in the zone. I mean, Eddie's like, hello, I'm saying something to you, and I'm like, I'm in the zone. So when we built the house and we had my office, I knew that I was still going to write in the Shamper because, we just literally, I have 4 rooms in my house. It's my bedroom, the guest bedroom, the big long kitchen family room, and the office, which is another guest bedroom where that Murphy bed folds down. So what happened was I knew that and there's windows in there, which one side is the view of the woods, and I have deer and turkey that are always coming around, which I've got a funny photo I'll show you guys of Rowena. And then all the animals. And then we have a view of me going, like looking out towards the river. And so I thought, oh, this is going to be a great office. But for some reason, Patricia, I always feel like I just have to write in that camper, and it doesn't even have to be a camper and criminal cozy mystery. It's just any book, and I think it's just because 'cause I've gotten used to it. So, yes, I still write in the camper, and not every day, but some days. So, like this morning, I knew, I needed to get some work done in the house while I was working, and I do writing sprints. So I sat at our kitchen table for 2 hours and got my words written instead of writing in the camper. So I'll move around, but I am most productive in my camper. And since we keep it level when we park it at the house, because we have it on the concrete pad we have for it, I'm able to go out there anytime. We do have it hooked up to electric, and so it has all the electric. It just doesn't have a potty. I mean, I have a potty inside, but I don't have it hooked to a potty like I did when it was there when we were building. So, it's kind of a hindrance having to go in and out of the house, go to the bathroom because I drink a lot of coffee because I do keep my coffee pot in there still, another coffee pot in there. But I have to say that, I've really been enjoying it more since it's been, on the property, because when we were building the house, sometimes I'd get lazy and not want to leave my sister's house to drive to the property because it's like 20 minutes away. So I would actually work at her house more than going to the Champer, but, now that it's on property, it's just so easy to go out there and get into that mode, and I love it. So here is a picture, a funny picture of Rowena. She's looking, and there's our turkeys. We always have, like, you know, 7 or 8 turkeys at the house at one time. And they're always going, "Gobble, gobble, gobble, gobble," and she's, like, looking at them. So, I do and then I don't really take her out in the camper too much, though she does love it, but we are, guys, oh my gosh. So, here is, like, a true Mae West moment, if you like the Camper and Criminals Cozy Mystery Series. Um, I entered the soup contest at the campground that we're going to for Halloween. And so the owner of the campground called, and so she's like, "Oh, we've got a spot up front where I really wanted," and they were actually, full. And so she said, "I've got a spot up front, and, would you want that?" And I'm like, "Yes." And she's like, "Oh, you're going to love the spooky trail, and you're going to," and she was, I've been devouring all your books, and I'm trying to find a way to do, a campground party like Mae West does every month at Happy Trails." So then I mean, I just give my phone number out to everybody. And he's like, "Ed, Tonya, quit giving your phone number out to people." But I don't care. So, of course, I met this lady and her husband at the campground. And so it had gotten word around that I had was a writer and wrote a campground series. And so I met this lady and her husband, and she's like, "Oh, I love those cozy mysteries, but I really just like the knitting ones." And I'm like, "Oh, well, I do have a knitting standalone cozy coming out with a bunch of authors. All of them are romance authors, which is Wishful Witness. Wishful Witness, yeah. And so it's going to come out in like 2 weeks, but it is part of a world that I'm number 13, and all book 1 through 12 are sweet romance. So they're great stories or women's fiction. And so, they're like, asked me to join. I'm like, what, can I kill somebody?" And they're like, "Yeah, we love it. We know who you can kill if you want to kill them off." So, anyways, the girl in my sleuth is a knitter, and she owns a yarn shop and gives knitting classes called the Stitching Post. Actually, it's the Stitching Post. And so, but it's not Southern or nothing like that, because this is actually set in a small town called Linden Falls. And the series is based around a big oak tree in the town that they tie wishes on the tree, and people pluck wishes off and make the wishes come true. So one of my people found a wish that said they wish somebody would die. And guess what? They died. So that's what my book is based around. Anyways, so I said, "Oh, I've got this one book coming out, but it's not going to be a series, and it's just a one shot deal. And really, it's just a short story." So she was like, well, I guess I could try your book. I go, well, I'll just gift you one. If you don't like it, there's no money out. So yesterday I got a text message from her that said, now on book 8, have several friends reading your book. Keep up the writing, Charlene. So my friend Charlene, who's also coming back to the campground for the soup cook-off, is now hooked on the books, which I love that story. And so speaking of Happy Trails, if you guys did not see this brochure, oh, how adorable is this? So this is a Happy Trails brochure that you would get if you were coming to the fictional town of Normal at the Daniel Boone. Welcome to Happy Trails Campground. And then on the back, it's got all the things you need to know. It says outdoor activities involving overnight stays. And then I love the phone's number says, just hoot or holler, we'll hear y'all. And then it says Maybelline Grant West and Dottie Swagger on there. And I love that little pot we put on it. So then when you open it up on the inside, it says Happy Trails, and it tells all the amenities that we've got going on. Perfect for year-round getaway, which some campgrounds are not open year-round. But what the best part is that it is a book checklist. So I've had so many people say, oh my gosh, can I get a book checklist? I'm like, here's a book checklist. So I'm like, okay, how can I do this? So all you guys know that I'm having my online book signing. You know, I don't know if let me see if I can find that form. And because I'm sure y'all can find it. But anyways, I'm having the online book signing, which I do, which, you know, obviously came about when we had started the pandemic. And we did not, I'm sorry, I can't see y'all talking. So if y'all are talking, we'll have to jump on there. I'm on my computer. But anyways, so people, I'm going to come back to you guys now. And I'm going to post this. So all the, that's the online book form. If you would like to order a book before the holidays or place an order for friends and family, which I do this every year. But for the past 2 years, every 6 months or so, I do an online giveaway, online book signing where you order the book and we just PayPal you. And when you pay for it, we order the book. And it could be any of the series and it's on that form. But so that is going to be in November. I haven't set the date yet. So, but the book form will be open for a couple more weeks. And then we'll bill you in a couple weeks. Then what happened is that I get the books and then we come together like we are today and I just sign them to you. So, say for instance, if our friend Stacy here was Stacy, if she ordered a book, then I would, you know, hold up the book and say, oh, Stacy, this is your book. Yay. And I'll sign it online. I try to get as quickly. I think last time I had like over 100 books to sign. So, and some people ordered multiple books. So maybe you just got the one signed online or I held them up and just signed one so we could go on. But as a fun treat, if you ordered one of the Camper Criminals book, which is probably the most popular, then you get this for free. You also will get a roll of stickers that are purple because that obviously is my color. And you can stick it next to all the books that you've read and stick it on there. And then also, you know, I have all of the pre-orders up. So, oh, we got to talk about this too. I forgot about that. So all of these books are on pre-order. Over here are on pre-order. And then of course, there's going to be obviously more in the series. And once that happens, I will mail out stickers for those little boxes for the rest of the books in the series. So while we're on that, this book, it's Bride, Bribes, and Binoculars. And let me see if I can actually see if I can get a picture of it and put it up here over my face because that book is going to be part of a group of 60 authors. And I've kind of teased the group a little bit, but actually it's not on, like, we are on Facebook, but we are, I don't know if I can find it. Let's see, because I'd like to show the actual, oh, there it is. So, let's see if I can show that. So anyways, what that is me and 60 of my author friends, here it comes, we got together and we ended up we all wrote a book that's never been published and no one has them, and they're free for a year. The catch is it's a newsletter builder. So we're doing it through Prolific Works. And so in order to get this book, you have to sign up for my newsletter. And if you're already on my newsletter and fill out the form, you're still going to get it. Because there's some AI thing that lets them know that you're already on my newsletter. So this is only through the newsletter, and it is a short story again. And it won't be available to the public unless you do the newsletter subscription for a year. So it has to be free for a year. And then next October, I will actually sell it. So if you want it for free, and what it is, it's the Laundry Club Ladies has kidnapped Mae West and taken her on a bachelorette spa weekend retreat, but there's a lot of bridezillas. And so when one of the bridezillas ends up dead, you know what's going to happen now. So funny story is there's a stripper, and he's just not stripper material. And Dottie is like, put it on, put it back on. Try to get you to put his clothes back on instead of take them off, because it's Dottie and she's funny. But that is a true life story. When my cousin got married, my best friend and I, well, her bachelorette party, my best friend and I went to the bar and where they were having the bachelorette party, and they had her friends had a stripper come to the bar, and he was just not stripper material. So my best friend Lisa started yelling, put it on. We were laughing so hard it had to end up in a book one day. So there you have it. So I posted the link here if you guys want to fill out a form to get a book. So before I keep going and talking, so we answered our reader question. Let's see. Lillian said, "Oh, Rowena is so cute, and so are you. Thank you so much." She's now in the chair asleep. Uh-oh, somebody's coming down the elevator, I think. Hold on. It's Mama. Hey. She said I wasn't going to walk the stairs. So Mom and Dad have an elevator in their house. So I heard it coming down. I'm like, who's coming down the elevator? So there's Mama. Got my lipstick on, Mama, and my hair ain't parted in the middle. She said, behave. She's so cute. Yes, Rowena loves it here. And if you've not seen the video of Rowena, oh, we should show Mama again. Say hi. Doesn't she look great? She's going to cover her flowers because in Kentucky it's cold and she don't want them to die, so there might be a frost tonight. But anyways, she looks fabulous. You guys. A year ago we were all praying for her, right? Because we didn't know what the accident was going to hold. And after we were told she wasn't going to make it, look at her now, a year later. I said, you don't know my Southern Mama. Anyways, I don't mind wearing lipstick and my hair parted in the side while I'm here just to make her happy. So that's why we're here. I mean, life is too short. I don't live near them. I live 2 hours from them. And so I make sure now that I come at least twice a month to see them for a couple nights. And they were just up at my house last weekend. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Lillian said she has a fabulous bottle called the Ice Shaker. It's $35 keeps her water cold. No, it's a lifesaver. Oh, she has 6 of them. Oh my gosh. It's called the Ice Shaker. I'm going to look that up because I'm gonna actually put it on my thing, in my search on here because I will forget an ice shaker. Thank you, Lily Ann. I will look that up. Um, and Charlene said brewmate.com. Let's we're gonna put that in there too. I'm looking for a really good thermal the thermal drink holder, like a cup. Um, for water and coffee if it works for coffee. Hello, Catherine. How are you? Oh, Elizabeth had to roll. She had to bounce out. Clean Canteen is a great water bottle. It has over 24 hours. Hot, holds hot, not as long, but still a long time. Easy to clean with cap and silk. Oh, okay. So it's called the Clean Canteen. Let me look that one up too. Oh, that one kind of popped up in the search like right away. Thank you, Nan. I will look that up. Hey, Kristen, how are ya? Nice plot. You're talking about the plot for the Wishful Witness. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. When do we get to the bill to pay for our book course? You'll get it within the next couple of weeks. Because we just going to let everybody come on in with them and see what they're doing. So in the next couple of weeks. Can't wait to get that. Thank you, Lauren. Oh, there's my friend Max. Oh my gosh, Max, are you still here? Because I'm going to talk about you. I'm totally going to talk about you. As a matter of fact, I have already pulled up. I put your picture in our chat today. So let me go find it. I'm not really good with all this. So this is me and Max. This is the picture I was telling you about, Max. So my friend Max, as you can see, look how young I look there. I'm like, ah. So I was in New York at the Javits Center in this picture. And my friend Max here, who I did not know, came up to me and he said, hey, I have a question. And he kind of introduced himself. And he said that he is a diabetes advocate. And it was very interesting to me because my dad is diabetic amongst all the other things. And so we got to talking. He said, I have this idea. Can I get in contact with you? And guys, I told you, it's like I give my phone number out to everybody. So I'm like, sure, you can call me. And again, we're in the Javits Center and I don't know who he was there to see, but it was lots of like big name authors and little old Tonya. So anyway, so Max and I talked a little bit and sure enough, he ended up calling me I don't know if it was a few months later or maybe a couple of weeks later. And he has this brilliant idea of doing like a mystery theater, which some of you guys listened to last night. And I think we talked maybe let's see, we've been doing it for 9 years. So this had to be like 10-year-old picture. And so anyways, I helped Max kind of give him the bare bones of a mystery and how you could write one. But literally his mystery is like those old time mysteries that you hear on a radio station, like before TV, you have to listen to the stories. And they're different than writing a book, right? So I kind of gave him what he kind of needed for the mystery, but in the meantime, he's using that platform to incorporate his platform, which is bring awareness of diabetes to the world. That's his mission. And so he is amazing. So he wrote, I'm on his website right now. So he wrote the mystery and it was so much fun. He also has them all on his YouTube channel, which are a lot of fun to listen to go back and listen to. And I'm sure that pretty sure they're on his website. But every year, not only does he continue to educate about diabetes, but he does, and maybe I should have Max on here and interview him one night, and he could talk to you guys about it. So he has just done so well. But the thing is that like I might have helped him like the first 1 or 2 years, and he keeps doing them on his own. And he's like, I'm like, you should write a cozy mystery and like put them all in a book. I mean, this really, you've already written the book. You've already gotten, like, last night's episode was so good that really all he has to do is put like setting and a few things in it, and he's got a complete novel. But he's so fascinating, you guys. And so he's amazing, and he has an amazing group of friends. So I was going to bring that up because somebody in our cozy crew who has diabetes said, oh my gosh, it was so good. I had to listen to it on replay. What's your history with Max? And so I thought, oh, I'm just going to talk about it tonight on our live because, and so Max showed up here. I don't know if he's still here, but I hope he is. I put the link in the comments so you guys can go and listen to last night's broadcast. And so, I mean, it's really different. Like, you have to use your voice. So, and I'm not an actor. I am not an actress, and I am not an actor. Remember that Saturday Night Live skit they used to put on? So anyway, so so a little funny thing is that my Patreon group, so we rehearse all year long. Like, Max was like, okay, rehearsal. So he sends us the script, and we all get together in the cast and we call in and we rehearse this mystery at least 5 or 6 times before we do the live show. And it's a live show. So what happened is that, so I taped myself for about 10 minutes one night because my Patreon group was really interested in it. And so I taped myself, and I had Max's group on speaker. So I put the little snippet in there and like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. Cause you think that'd be in like a studio, but no, I'm in my pajama pants. I got my hair in a dilly wop. I'm putting lip gloss on the whole time they're talking. And not only that, but it has great music. So I mute myself out and I'm like dancing and having around because I want to keep my energy up. So my voice, I'm not an actress, but I'm thinking, well, if I keep my energy up, my voice is going to be up regardless. Look it up. It is awesome. You're going to love it. So that was my shout out to my friend Max. I'm so excited. Hey, Michelle, hugs from Pennsylvania back to you. Jane wants to know, is it going to be an ebook? You're talking about bribes. Yes, it's only an ebook because it's super, super tiny. Let's see. I just bought the first 3 books on audio. Thank you, Michelle. I love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you love them. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Amanda. What's up, girl? I love you. I love seeing you here. Everybody's saying hi, Mom. Nice house and hi, Mama. Yes, she does have a lovely basement. Jane says hi to Mom. Oh, there's Max. Amazing. I'm glad she's doing well. I know. Can you believe it? So last year, because Max always has his Divabetic podcast, Mystery Theater, although he goes live like every week on a show and does different, not just diabetes, but he brings awareness to everything. And I don't want to misspeak for Max, but I know that he was very good friends with Luther Vandross. I know it's the accent. Trust me. They had to change a whole thing because of my accent this year, because I had said a dirty word because I was trying to pronounce it. And they're like, oh, we got to change that. Because if Tonya says that on live radio, it ain't going to go well. So anyway, so Luther Vandross, I think that's his name. So Max is friends with Luther. And as we all know, he is amazing singer, songwriter who did also have diabetes. So Max does a lot of stuff in his honor. So, and yeah, so last year when we had the show, they had just moved Mom to the rehab center. And I had to do the show in a hallway of the rehab center. And I'm like trying to do it with my earphones, and people are walking by and they're like, did she just say that she's helping somebody to murder somebody? So we've come a long way, Max. We've come a long way. Oh, I love your mama. Thank you, Meg. It's supposed to be in the 30s here tonight. Brrr. Hi from Central Florida. Oh, stay safe, Donna. We were talking about that before we started. I didn't know whether to cancel tonight in honor of the hurricane victims. But I always try to keep my commitment, but we did send out loving energy and vibes to you guys when we first come on, and prayers to you, and stay safe. Max is still here, or he was. Yes, anyone from Florida. Max is laughing. He's cracking up, probably from our picture. I was telling Max, love the story. I've always got a story, right? Bye, Nan. Oh, yeah. Feed the kittens and clean their room. Max said, you were so helpful. Tonya gave me such good encouragement. And again, this is where you can hear last night's podcast on there. Oop, there it is. Because we are also live on YouTube. And Max says it was a blast. Divabetic.org. She want to know the replay. Yes, that was the replay. This is the replay. So where can you listen to his stories? On divabetic.com, and it's on Spotify and iTunes, and his website, which is divabetic.org, and YouTube. That's right. Tonya is fantastic in the show. Oh, Max. Thank you, Lauren Baker. Thank you. Max says, thank you for the shout out. Of course, I need to have you on here. I would love to just have us on here. I love your Happy Trails. But sure, I would camp there. Totally camp there. And Max worked for Luther, so he was a very dear friend. So Burr from Virginia, Burr from Kentucky also. And Max said he loved our picture. I love it. So also, before we jump off, we still got a few minutes. I want to know, what are you guys reading? Are you binge reading fall books? Because, it gives you all the fall feels. I have to tell you, I am currently reading a romance by Lucy Score called Things We Never Got Over. I've not, and it says he's absolutely not fallen for the good girl. So this is definitely not a cozy mystery. I am deep in cozy mystery writing and edits, so I cannot read a cozy mystery. So I like to read funny books. So I started this one, and I'm not too far into it, but it is really kind of funny. So, and there's some funny lines in it that made me giggle. And this was actually she's a self-published author, and it went to, I don't know if this book is self-published or what we call indie published. It is. So it was an indie published book that went straight to #1 on the Amazon charts. It went to #1 overall Amazon store. But it is, she titles her funniest thing, like this one said #1, worst day ever. And so I did chuckle a few times because she goes in to meet her sister at this breakfast diner. And so evidently there's some history with her and another guy in there, her sister and another guy in there. And so he's trying to get her kicked out, but it's her twin sister. So it looks really cute. So I thought that would be fun. Let's see but I would like to know what everybody is. Let's see. Lillian says, I am in a book funk. Need to dive into a good one. Well, plus you're not feeling well. So, it's hard to read when you have COVID. I couldn't even keep my eyes open either time I had COVID. So just give yourself some time and some grace. And I hate to say it, but I binged watched TV. Actually, I didn't really watch it. I just had it on in the background. So I'm sorry. But if you want a romance, I'm just starting this one. And I don't know any good cozies. In our Patreon group, we have a book club every month. So we just did finish a book in there. Well, and none of us really finished it. So if that tells you something, so I'm not going to say what that is. Let's see. I Love 7 Husbands by Evelyn Hugo. Okay. So I'm glad this stream saves, because I'm going to need to look at these. I downloaded a bunch of books last night in case we lose power. Good for you, Donna. And you've not lost power yet. So would it come in the middle of the night if you lose power? My son is in Savannah. So I'm like, what are you doing? Are you getting prepared? So we'll see. I'm catching up on the Camper series. I'm reading Next Year in Havana. Nice. Kitty is reading my box set 19 to 21, the Camper series. Thanks, Kitty. I love that. I hope you're doing it in Kindle Unlimited, because I can get costly if it was. Yes, stay safe, Donna. Definitely. Kind of hated that Hank is gone, but such is life. Oh, Kitty. Just keep reading. Just keep reading. I'm binging Major Crimes. Oh, on TV? Good one. Tale of Blythe Cove Manor by Lorraine Barrett. Okay, that sounds like a very good a tale. I love a good tale. And Cove Manor sounds good. So we'll put that on our list. Since I keep maxing out the audiobooks, I'm now starting your coffee series. Oh my gosh. Did you see? Oh, and here's our friend Kristen. She is also a Patreon. Um, so I'm going to talk about this now because of you. So she has been listening to the audiobooks of A Charming, the Magical Cure series. So here's a big secret. 2 years ago, I stopped writing that series and I kind of did the spinoff of their daughter in the Southern Magical Bakery series, which we're still going to do those. I just took a detour this year. A detour this year. And I have to tell you, I was sitting at the house the other day and I'm like, I'm kind of missing June Hill and the gang. So I started writing the next book in the series. Just on a whim, just sitting there. So there's going to be more Magical Cure books in 2023. I'm telling y'all that right now. There's going to be more, but she was asking because she asked about the audiobooks, which we've talked about on here before, how I took them off of Audible because I bought all my rights back to my audiobooks, and I've been putting them up for free. Well, I give them to my Patreons, and then I put them up for free on YouTube. So if you want some free audiobooks, you can jump over to YouTube. Susan, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That book was a horrible book club. I know it was a horrible book club. So we pick a book for book club, and it's not my books. We just we all vote in our Patreon. And even the girl that picked the book was like, I'm so sorry. I thought it was going to be so much better, but we're not going to talk about the book. We're not going to say the book name because I would never give somebody a bad review. But yeah, we all stopped. Donna said that they'll probably lose power overnight. Okay. Well, I hope you're safe. Oh, a few of our coworkers have already lost power. Gosh, Donna, we sure are praying for you. We sure are. I finally knew it was better than the start. She finished our book and book club on Patreon. Well, then maybe we should all finish reading it. HBO Major Crimes. I love that show. Yeah, I love HBO. They've got all those old shows on there. The new covers are delicious for the Killer Coffee series. So we need to get it. So I got a hold of my book cover artist. I was like, we have got to do something with these book covers. They're kind of old. I love the story. I'm going to continue writing in the series. And she said, let's give it a little Botox. I'm like, what? She goes, let me give it a little Botox, which maybe I need Botox. And she said, I'm like, I think I want new covers. And she goes, let me just see what I can do. And if you like them, we'll keep them. If you don't worry about it. We will redo them. But let me just see what I can do. So literally, you just can't beat these cute covers. Look at the schnauzer. She really redid them. She redid all of them. And they still have the same feel of the original book. It's just that the schnauzer is more prominent. We redid the logo up there. But I wanted to make sure that they were also cute. We might be getting into another Tonya Kappa's picture, but you can see, and that's the one that's coming out in the spring, Cappuccino Criminal. So, and that is some, that doesn't look very good, but it was so good. It's a recipe I was making for the campground, at the campground, in order to put into a Camper Criminals book. So yes, I do make my recipes in all those books. So that was a book that's coming to you guys. So also 5-0 by Margaret Lachey. That's a good one. She just read 23 in the Camper series. Yay. Jane said, love that. Do you watch the closer? Totally love the closer. Kristen said she's excited about the June Hill series. She listens to Hoopla through the library. That's a great way to do it. Yes, also on HBO. Time for a breather treatment. Gotta go. Bye, Lauren. I'll see you in the Patreon group. No question mark. Just really excited. I love that series. Thank you. I love it too, and I miss it. Let's see. We got a couple more minutes before we jump off. I love the new covers. I'm buying the books. I have the ebooks. Oh, I love them too. I just had to rebuy all the books myself because I have all the code. Hey, Linda Swan. Hope you're doing well. We miss you in the Patreon last week, but catch up. All the good fun stuff's up there. So make sure you're catching up in Patreon. Kitty said that she's read some of them all, but got into the camper series. That's okay. They're all there all the time. So one more thing I wanted to show you guys that I'm loving for the fall is this candle. I mean, not only does it look like it looks good, look at that caramel corn with the little pumpkin, but it's called pumpkin caramel corn. So it smells so good. So when my kids were small, and I'm at my mom's, so this is hers, but I have them in my house too. So when my kids were little, my house always smelled like pumpkin or spice. And during the summer, their friends would come in the house and they'd say, "Oh my gosh, Mrs. Kappas, I love coming to your house because it always smells like fall." And I'm like, "Oh, you are so sweet." Which reminds me, I wanted to make sure, I know this isn't like life blowing or life changing, but this is my fall mix. And my kids, like, as you can see, it's super easy to make. It's the mellow, candy corns, the mellow pumpkins. It's M&Ms, it's popcorn, it's sweet and savory. So it's not a true, like, one of my best, it's just an easy fall mix to make, and it's good to keep out if you're having friends or company. So I'm going to make that for our camping trip. So it's easy, and it's easy to pack and to store. So as you guys know, I always have done a lot of recipes in my books, and that's not that hard. But if you want to grab my recipe, I have linked it below for you guys right here. And you can download the recipe with some of the pictures. But back to this fun candle. So my boys always did it. So my boy always burned candles or smells. So their friends would always say, "Mrs. Kappas, your house always smells like the holidays. I love coming to your house because they smell like the holidays." And I always took that as a compliment because I'm like, "Oh, I love the holidays. I love the smell of my house. And I like to think that the holidays makes everybody feel warm and cozy." So he feels warm and cozy, right? So my mom, when I came home a few weeks ago, she said, "Oh my gosh, I found the best candle at Marshall's." And she's like, "Oh, it wasn't that expensive. It was $16.99 on sale, and it smells so good." But when I went back, there were no more. And I'm like, "Oh, well, I bet we can find them online." So I go to this Homework, it's called Homeworks Company. Oh my gosh, it was like $40 for this candle online. And I'm like, "Well, I wouldn't pay. I'll go to the Walmart. I am wearing a Walmart sweater." I'm like, "I am not paying $40 for a candle." But if you sign up for their newsletter, they have all these fabulous sales. And so sometimes they do buy one, get one free. So I'm like, "Okay, well, $20. How much do you pay for a 3 or 4 wick, Yankee candle?" So then they had buy one, get two free. So then I was like, "Oh, Mom, they have buy one, get two free." So when she came up over the weekend, she brought me one and she said, "I got the candles." And so we have loaded up on our candles. So it is expensive, but I like all things pumpkin spice. So, anyways, guys, do you have any other things to put in the chat about what you're loving? If not, we're going to jump off here and I will see you. Oh, so we're going to be doing it on Tuesdays. Let me see if I can pull that up. So we used to do it on Tuesdays before, and I would love to continue to do it at Tuesdays at 6 o'clock for now, maybe until the end of the year, and we'll see how we're going. We might change it to a different time. I'm going to try to see if I can find that, which I probably can't because, it's just me doing my stream. Um, but it's me. You get me, all of me, and my mistakes, which is fine because it's who I is. And I can't find it. But here's something fun. We'll put that up. If you would love to do our Christmas card exchange, which is this, I invite you to come over to the Cozy Crew. We would love to have you over there. And I will put a link right here as well. But what this is that it's just Christmas cards for Christmas. And we like to do participate and send in our friends. And it doesn't have to be Christmas cards. Like it can be like holiday cards. If you're not into Christmas, that's okay. I understand. But if I'm going to link the Cozy Crew in the notes here, and that way you can join us if you would like to send out a Christmas card. Actually, you will be put into a group of 5 friends, and all 5 of you will exchange cards. So if you would like to participate, we would love to have you. If not, no sweat, we'd still love to have you. So come and join us. And I'm going to bounce off of here. Let's see. Donna loves the Goose Creek candles. If you haven't tried them, they smell so strong. I'm going to actually go and look at those. Amanda says if pumpkin spice just doesn't have cinnamon. Yep. Yep. Jane Deet says, hey, has our alarm set for me? Jane, good. Because if not, I'm going to hunt you down. And Kristen said she needs to do that. Yes. So I hope you guys have a good night. We are praying for our friends in Florida. We are thinking of you. Stay safe. And if you are watching this on the replay, we would still love to know what books you're reading for the fall and some of your cozy things. And next week on our Conversation in Cozy Mysteries, we are going to continue answering a reader question. And I would love, love, love for you to fill out the form and send me a reader question. We are getting low. We're getting low to the end of our form. So, because I haven't been promoting it. So, drop a question and we will answer it. And I will see you guys later. I love you all and talk to you later. Bye.